Good evening. Kimberly here. I am just coming in to do a quick update. At the time of shooting this video, I filmed it on Friday of last week, and little did I know that just a mere 19 hours later, there would be an onslaught of yet more threats to nurses within VA healthcare system, the VA healthcare system in general. So the content that you're about to see may be a little bit behind. The sentiment is still there. I just was painfully unaware now, knowing what I know, that the VA system would be gutted once again and our jobs would be on the line. Procurement cards and funds for VA services would be on the line again, and that we would still be fighting the good fight. So I hope you enjoy this content. I'm getting ready to upload. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning right now, and I just came on here to do a quick update, let you know that today is the Tuesday, the 26th, and at the time of shooting this video, it was Friday. And I don't know, maybe I'm gonna have to start doing things on live because we're getting a little behind real quick within just days, count by count. But I hope you enjoy, and I will see you on the flip side. Good morning. Kimberly here, your nurse of 25 years working in the ER, and I am on night 1 of 3. So here we go, and let's get into it. I am getting ready to go into the ER again for night. I'm sorry, I said 1 of 3, 2 of 3. So I'm not going to outtake and redo that again. It's 2 of 3, and you know what? I work night shift and it's tiring, so if I make a mistake, then I make a mistake. Anyway, I'm just getting ready to put on my foundation, want to chat, and yeah, let's get into this whole thing. Last night, I covered some things when I talked about job loss, kind of like a not fun topic to talk about. But, I just want to touch base again and, check in on everybody out there. I know that this is a hard time for a lot of people. I don't want to brag on nursing, but I will say this. Even though nursing can be, wrought with layoffs and everything else, it is typically one of the more insulated careers. And if you look back at history, you will find out that even during the most dumps of recessions, the job security behind nursing was pretty good. So you are lucky if you are in the field. If you're going into the field, you're typically going to find job security. When you do that and you move along in your life, you'll find things that like lenders and things like that when you go to buy a home. If you have a well-insulated career that has a good history of being recession-proof, then you're more likely to get the loans and things you want as well. Nursing is one of those things that, like I said, it's not 100%, but it's one of the jobs that if you look at history, yes, it's more recession proof than others. And even right now, I can share a couple things. I'm not allowed to talk about some specifics in my job, but I can say that we have been faced with a lot of layoffs. I know a lot of people know about the OPM stuff with government employees being in crisis, and we have been on the line, and it has been rough, and we have been concerned about what's coming next for a lot of us. And initially, the first few weeks of fork in the road, we were, a little concerned that we were on the firing line, and we are. But they also have recently issued exemptions for our positions, so that does insulate us a little bit. That doesn't mean it can't happen and it won't happen. There will be terminations. And I have been concerned because if you're a federal or civilian employee and you're a Title 38 employee, you know what that's all about. You are on probation for 2 years. 2 years. That is a long probation if you work for anywhere. So no matter what you do, you're on probation for 2 years. They can let you go at will. And it's concerning because they don't need a cause. They can just let you go if the budget doesn't substantiate your position. So, of course, I started my job in April of 23. So I'm coming up on my 2 years. I have not hit it yet. I am weeks away. And yeah, I was a bit concerned. And that's why I talked about, updating my resume and doing the things I can to insulate myself should something happen. So this has been a very unceremonious type of cuts that have gone on with recent cuts within government healthcare. Of course, what I think is I do think that we need to have some more accountability for spending. I do think we need to cut the fat and look at what we're spending. I just think we need to do it in a very careful way, especially when it comes to things like veteran services and taking care of our United States veterans who have served this country and done it, givingly, and expecting that and hoping that the healthcare system that they put in for will be there when they get out. So I am very passionate about that. And we're going to get through this part of my neck, which every time I do the video, I tell you I hate it. I'm putting on my Estee Lauder Double Wear again in 2C0. I'm going down my neck as I always do. I'm relieved because my neck cream came today in the mail, and yeah, I can't survive without my neck cream. When you're older, your neck starts having little things. It does weird stuff, and gotta have the good neck cream. So it's not a permanent fix, but it gives me a little bit better coverage as far as skin on the neck. So I'm just covering up with my foundation right now. We're moving along. And yeah, I wanted to just talk about what I was talking about with the budget stuff. So yeah, I'm still on probation. I do think we need to have some accountability for spending. I do think we need to be careful, and I am very passionate about veteran services. So that is who I am. I have skin in the game, so to speak, not just because I'm a nurse of 25 years, but because I also I'm a military family. I have a son who is active duty in the military, and it means something to me to know that I am out here not just working as a nurse and being passionate about what I do, but I'm also trying to protect what is there and an integral part of it for him as well. And I'm one person, I can't save the world, but at the same time, I just feel like I'm passionate about it. And every veteran I come in contact with, I think about, this could be my family. I'm here to do a service, and I want to continue doing that. So I am hoping that our veteran services will be protected. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't think any of us know what's going to happen next. But for right now, healthcare, most Title 38 employees who are nurses and healthcare providers at the bedside are exempt. And that's just the latest of the emails. But it seems to be changing day by day, so we shall see. I'm putting on my bronzer right now. It's the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez in Happy Soul. I think I called it the wrong name the other night when I said Rare Minerals or something. But hey, I'm sorry about that. I am not sponsored. Nobody's paying me to put these products on my face or talk about them. And yeah, I'm just telling you what I use. I am also here. I've got my big cup of water like I always do. And I forgot to put my little, thing in it that is my pregame cocktail. Let me do that right now. My little... Oh, look at that. So it's going to dissolve. I'm going to drink all of this. Like I said, I always bolus with a thing of water and my little fizzies in the cup just to try to help my immune system. Again, we were faced with a lot of people with respiratory illnesses yesterday. There also seems to be some kind of viral stomach bug going around. So all the bugs are doing all their buggy things. So take care of yourself, drink your water, take your vitamins, get your rest, do all the things you should be doing and are probably not. So we all do it. Come on. I try, but sometimes I fail miserably at doing the things I need to do. But I'm trying right now because, like I said, who has time to be sick? I sure don't. I know you sure don't. None of us do. And it feels freaking miserable to be sick. Not what I want to do. So let's get back into, job loss. Have you lost your job? And if you're here and you're watching and you're still here after 7.5 minutes, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Would you please hit the subscribe button? It would help me out quite a lot. I'm doing this. I don't get paid to do this. I'm not sponsored. I'm out here just trying to be another voice in healthcare, an experienced voice in healthcare who's been doing this for a long time. And I want to share with you some of my experiences and things that I know about the job market, about this job in general, that might be helpful to you. So if you are a new grad out there and you're looking to get into nursing, this can also be a scary time. When the economy is doing weird things or there's layoffs and there's lots of stuff, you're still in a recession-proof kind of position. But, hospitals and corporations are making cuts right now. They're trimming the fat. They're looking everywhere they can to try to make money. New grads are more likely to be able to get jobs than experienced nurses. And what do I mean by that? Well, I hate to say it, it is cheaper labor, and they know that. So if you've got less than 2 years experience, you might be more likely to get your foot in the door because from a budget perspective, they have a pay scale and they know that they can hire 2 new grads for the price of someone like me. So you might be in a good position and sell yourself. Like I talked in the other video, you've got to sell yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. I'm just putting some bronzer down here and we're just moving along. So sell yourself, hard for us to do. We are typically givers in our type of profession. We tend to not be real good about selling ourselves, and it's really important to do that. What do I mean? Get out there, knock on doors, make phone calls, send emails. You don't have to knock on doors literally, but it means it figuratively. Push, push, push. See if you can get others to give you a chance. And if someone is, ask for the chance too. Be like, hey, I really need a chance. And if they see that you've got a fire in your belly, they're more likely to want to give you a chance. Oh, I hate the gulping. Ooh. That was kind of a lot. I got a full mouthful of the tablet. Anyway, I am going to be going in the paint tonight. What do I mean? Well, I've got my palettes out. I'm trying to do something a little bit different. I've got my Costa Coral. I think we're going to do that. I'm going to go play in the paint and the corals tonight, and we shall see how it goes. So when I talk about knocking on doors, I know that it is hard because I've had anxiety doing it, trying to reach out to someone. That fear of rejection is like a whole thing. And that's part of the thing with job loss is that can be really hard because it's not just fear of rejection. It feels like you have been rejected when you've lost your job. It's a terrible feeling. And for a lot of people out there, no matter what the cause is, they are feeling that right now. And like I talked about, again, last night, when you lose your job, it is one of the most destabilizing things outside of being evicted or losing your home that you can go through. There's a lot of like psychological things you can go through with loss of family, loss of parents, loss of other things that are grief things, and we'll talk about that later. But honestly, losing a job is destabilizing, and it really can affect your whole mental health. So if you have lost your job, I would encourage you to reach out to others around you, network. Don't just isolate. I know a lot of people like to do that. I'm one of them. When I get in a position where I'm not feeling great about my current situation or something that's going on, I tend to isolate because I'm trying to figure things out. But it's important to network, talk to people around you who are going through similar experiences. Watch videos like this, comment, like, subscribe, and become part of communities who you feel like you can be heard on, and try to listen to content that is going to build you up instead of making you feel, worse. It's hard not to ruminate about things when you've lost a job because it just circles in your head about all the possibilities, what went wrong, all the things. It's important to get outside, get some exercise, have a plan with your day, because now I know this looks crazy, but trust the process. We trust the process. We listen and we don't judge. Trust the process. So get outside, get some fresh air, get some exercise, get into a pattern. If you're going to be home every day because you did lose your job, try to stick to a pattern of things that you can do to stay active. Get up, get your face on, get in the shower. Don't lay around in your robe or your sweatpants all day with, not having showered and not getting yourself together. Even if you're not going to go see anyone else, put your face on, do what you got to do. And if you're a man, get yourself together, comb your hair. Don't just, put the baggy sweats on and go. Try to get yourself into a place where you feel good, because if you look good, you feel good. It's a whole thing. Sometimes trying to get yourself feeling better starts with just a few small steps. And if you get into patterns of just getting yourself up and doing, this is probably going to be really rough. This is a dark color and I just want to do a touch right here. So if you can get yourself up to look good and feel good, and even if you just shower and put yourself together, don't go back to bed until you do at least that. Have that one task of the day. Make your bed. I know sometimes I don't even want to make my bed, but now that I'm doing videos in my room, I definitely have to make my bed, and it's actually a good habit to get into. I love when I come home from work and my sheets are pulled tight and everything looks and smells fresh and my pillows are in order. I know it's such a silly thing, but like this morning when I came home from work, it felt really good to have my bed just made and ready to go, and I pulled it back and it looked all tight and nice, and I was able to crawl in and get some rest. It was good. Last night was definitely a busy night. It wasn't as bad as some of the other nights that I've had, so I'm grateful for that. Tonight is going to be 2 of 3. It's a Friday. Is it Friday? Wait. Oh my gosh. It's Friday. Oh my gosh. I almost thought it was Saturday. That happens a lot on night shift, and you will find that. Sometimes we forget what day it is, and it's terrible. I do it all the time. Okay, so we are deep in the paint. This is going a little, I've got a little bit of a darkness right here. I wanted that. I'm going to go with a little bit more to blend. And I have to be really careful because this little brown right here with the glitter in it, it's really tough. This one is like a dark color. So I got to just barely touch it. And I'm trying to just get some shading on the outside of the eye right here. So, yeah, I look a little crazy right now, and I talked about trusting the process. So, again, if you are back in the job market, what do you do now? You get your resume done. You actually look at it. Don't just send a form resume every time you apply for a job. You got to put in the work, and you've got to reformat it every time you apply for a job. Look at what the job responsibilities and the job description is. And if you're going for one of those job descriptions, it's like, be part of our family, and it's got all this crazy shit in it. I don't know. Maybe look again, because some of those are weird where the job description is just some it looks like a social media type of advertisement for some reason, and it doesn't sound like a real job. What do the job descriptions say? What does it say your responsibilities will be? Ooh, this does look kind of crazy, doesn't it? So what does it say your job responsibilities are going to be? And then go into your resume, look at your qualifications. And this is where you can use ChatGPT if you want to, or OpenAI, or whatever you're using. You can take some of the job descriptions that you have and put the job description, ask ChatGPT, and it's garbage in, garbage out. You got to ask it the right questions. Say, for this job description, and you can put your resume in it. Here is my experience and qualifications. Help me come up with a sentence or paragraph that encompasses how my job history and my job experience fits this description. And it will bam it out in 10 seconds, and you'll be, I don't know, it's pretty crazy. You can use it to help. And don't cut and paste its answer, please. Take it out, put it into a Word document, and write up some helpful things that are just about you. So I think that a lot of people are using ChatGPT, OpenAI, and some of these other ones in the wrong way, where they're using it and it's so freaking obvious that you use ChatGPT to do something. So be really careful with that. Be mindful that people aren't dumb. Most job, hiring placement individuals are pretty on it. And if they start seeing everybody's answers looking the same, it looks like plagiarism, and it's not a good look. So be careful how you do that. Because you got to remember, ChatGPT is actually taking answers from the internet, and some of the answers that it will pop out to you are the answers they give everyone. So you want to be able to write a little bit and format things that will help you in your job and not look like you just cut and pasted something off the internet. So ChatGPT can be really helpful. It's for ideas. I just don't want you to get used to using it all the way. And, don't use it solely. It is really good to sharpen your skills, to learn how to write and learn how to do those things. And if you ever noticed that when you're in the job market and you're trying to find a job and you've gone through writing resumes and doing all this stuff, that sometimes it is amazing how much you learned in the process. I don't know. Every time I've done it, I feel like I learned a lot. I felt, exhausted, like I just had to took the SATs or something every time I've done it. But it definitely feels good to learn some new skills. And every time you have to do something like this, you are forced to learn new skills. It is a good thing to do. So getting back out in the job market after job loss is a terrible thing, but it can be helpful. It can sharpen your skills. It can help you learn new things. And sometimes we have to embrace these challenges for what they are and be grateful that we have the skills and we can get in there and we can get back into those jobs we want to get into. So I think that we're going to see a lot of people losing their jobs. And I think this is going to be a really hard time. And I don't think it's going to fix the price of eggs overnight. I would love to see prices of eggs. I think that's just kind of a synonym for what's going on in the world right now. Prices of eggs means like everything is expensive and nobody can afford anything. And eggs are expensive. I will give it that. All right, I'm going to start with my eyeliner. I feel like my eyes are a little crazy right now. But I think the eyeliner will bring this all into perspective. And I'm going to use a dark eyeliner. I think I'm going to go for, should I go for the black or the Makeup Forever? I know it's coral. Makeup Forever can look brown. I'm wondering if black will look too harsh on this. So I think we're going to go with Makeup Forever. It does look brown. All right. This is the part of the video I hate. Anyway. I am also here for it with the new grads. I want to know what's going on in the sphere right now. I haven't seen any new grads come through my facility in quite a while. It's been, the programs have been kind of like the Valor programs and stuff like that were being done. I just think that I don't think I've seen a single one in over a year. So I do know that they cut them for a while there, and I don't know that they will be bringing them back, but who knows? We haven't seen much of them in the ER anyway. They may be in other units, but not where I'm at. I already got it on my inner eyelid, which we know that we don't like that. So I think I'm going to stop right here and put this on because I always arf it up because of the video. Okay, I am back. I got my eyes on. I don't know what's going on tonight. I'm having a rough go. I was having a real rough time with my eyeliner. I don't know, maybe I better do it on camera because I seem to do better when I'm under pressure to just get it done. But today I was messing around with it. I've got about 5 to 10 minutes left. I got to get ready. Do you watch your times, like your time in the background? Like I have these markers where this time by 5:45 I have to have my makeup done or whatever, or 6 p.m. I have to be putting my clothes on by this time. It's kind of my way of making sure I'm out the door by a certain time. It's kind of good to do. Some people set alarms. We all have our thing, but it's important to watch your time. I was not as good about it when I was younger. I think I've kind of learned and honed my skills about definitely putting time frames on everything because I will fiddle fart around forever if I'm allowed to. So, what do you think? This is my coral eye for tonight. I've got my eye stuff on. I know it looked crazy when I was putting it on, but here we are. I'm putting my mascara on, and yeah, I tend to get a little heavy-handed sometimes even with mascara, but you know, it's my jam, I guess. So I have really long eyelashes, and I have to like keep my eyes like halfway for a little bit. It's weird. I don't have crazy thick hair on my my head. Oh, see, I just did it. If I open too wide with my eyelashes, I get that. And then I gotta make sure I go along with the Q-tip and get it off. Damn it. I hate that. So I gotta keep my eyes down so I don't hit the top. I don't know what. It's weird, but I'm not going to complain about it. Everybody has their thing. I'm grateful. Thank you, God, for that. And thank you for giving my eyelashes to my children. Yeah, it's funny how genetics work. So yeah, I'm putting my mascara on. I'm going with the coral eye. I'm wearing black scrubs tonight. My typical thing, you know, black is just... it's my jam, but apparently it doesn't go well with bleach wipes because I've got little dots all over my new scrubs from all the bleach, which that's the name of the game. After a while with your scrubs, you're going to have to throw them out anyway. They get tattered and beat and threadbare and everything else, but I'm kind of grateful that I don't have to think about what I'm wearing to work most of the time. I think about it when I'm putting my week together, and I put all my scrubs in a row. And I used to have a garment rack I would hang just the scrubs of the week on when I had like 3 or 4 shifts. And it was weird. Like it was almost like a daisy chain with my scrubs. And I kind of do that in my closet where I put my outfits together with everything. The jacket, the socks, the scarf in the wintertime, because sometimes I take a scarf and I put it on. And it's my daisy chain. It allows me to see like one more down off the row. And here we go. So... you know, I'm getting my feel for YouTube again. I started 2 years ago, and then abruptly stopped when I got my job where I'm working now. I was concerned because there were so many restrictions in the paperwork about what I can and can't do and what I can and can't say in public. And I'm learning as I go. I needed to take a little hiatus to get a feel for the job and make sure that I wasn't going to do anything that was going to violate any policies within my scope of what I am doing. And I really missed it. I really enjoyed doing YouTube when I first started. And then starting a new job can be really overwhelming. And I felt like a bit, there was so much going on with getting acclimated, going through orientation, starting with new people, getting to know everyone, knowing the feel of the unit, getting all back into the groove of things, having people test you out, which they are going to do at a new job. So it was like I had to get in and get back into night shift and get back into using my brain in a different way. And I was really, I wasn't overwhelmed, but I needed to just focus on the new job for a little bit, get my feels and my bearings there, and then get the idea of what I wanted to do with this channel. And that's what I'm doing now, is I'm kind of regrouping to what I want to do on this channel. And one of the things I have a hard time with is I'm very opinionated. I'm very opinionated and I have so much to say. And I feel like I have to filter that sometimes on here. And I was feeling that way, but I'm not feeling that way so much now. I feel like, you know what? This is who I am. I've got things to say. I do have some opinions and we're not always going to agree. And that's the beauty of communicating and talking and having this kind of platform, is that we all have different opinions on things. I can share some things like that I will put out there that I feel like, hey, I know this for certain. But I'm also one who am willing to change my mind and admit when I'm wrong and say, okay, maybe this isn't, how I feel about things anymore, or I've had an adjustment to my thought process because of things that I've learned. But I don't think that it's good to just silence yourself and not express any opinion at all, because I do got those. So if you disagree with me, you know what? Let's have a dialogue. Put it down in the comments. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, or you feel like I've said something off base, let me know, and I'll talk to you. We'll have a conversation. Maybe I'll make a video about it. But you're pretty much going to find that I've got opinions, and I just want to be able to share some of the things I've learned, because there's things about this field. There is a minefield out here of things that people don't understand when they first get into it. And I wished I had had someone give me the give me the scoop about what to expect from my job nursing, the people around me, the preceptors, the educators. What was I going to expect from fellow employees or experienced nurses, or the way I was going to be treated by residents and doctors and attendings and fellows, and what was all that nonsense about? I look back on some of the nonsense that I was part of, that I am part of in the sense that I experienced during my first years as a nurse in the ICU. Here's my part of that kit that I bought at Sephora that I showed last night, the Rare Beauty. I really do like this lip liner. I'm going back in. We talked about my lip. We hopefully will see some improvements with my little droopy lip over here. And I like this liner. I'm not going to get too crazy. I don't want to overline either. I do have my vermilion border comes down quite a long ways, and you lose your edges of your lips when you get older, and it sucks. Like, I had full lips that went further out, and now I do this all the time. I'm like, if I got a facelift, and I pull back, and I'm like, oh, damn, I would be a whole filter. Yeah, but that's not happening right now. This was also in the kit. It's a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and I love, love, love Charlotte Tilbury. I love my Pillow Talk lip kit that I have, and this one is dreamy. I love it. Okay, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't even see. Okay, this is gonna be bad. Let's see. I'm blind. Did I mention that? Okay, I can't see this. I'll let you know later what's in it. I can't read it right now because the light's in my eyes too. And did I just mess up my mascara on my eyelids again? No. Okay, so this is where we're at. this is it. I'm going in for night 2 of 3, and I appreciate you listening to my absolute rambling tonight, and hopefully these videos will get better. I just, kind of get on here and riff sometimes, and that's hopefully what we can do, but I want to have conversations. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you in the community. Subscribers mean the world to me right now. Every time I see one, I'm like, ding, ding, ding. I'm so happy, and I'm at like 137 subscribers, which, look, I'm not at 0, so I'm happy about that. And I can't wait to get to know the rest of this community. So, night 2 of 3, and I will see you on the flip side.